Okay, I just want to preface this now and just say that, oh my god, this season was so good. Season 4 is coming to an end after a staggeringly long 86-day run. Just like last season, there has been a humongous rebound in content compared to the seasons we've had prior. I mean, yeah, the player count says different, but let's not talk about the player count, shall we? As per usual, I will be breaking down this season into 6 different parts. The Battle Pass, map changes, loot pool, story, extra game modes / LTMs, and finally, the events. And with all that out of the way, it's time to see whether or not Shocking Awesome lives up to its name. The Battle Pass was definitely an improvement over last season. The variety in skins was improved by a mile, and I don't think there's any real bad skins in this pass. To start with our free Tier 1 skin, great change by the way, is the UNSC Spartan, our second Halo skin. She's actually fitting collab for the season. Who would have fucking guessed? Granted, it's not a skin I'd use, but that's just because I'm not interested in Halo. Great skin either way. As for some of the original skins, there is Yumi, a K-pop idol for some reason, Agent Patch and Battle Gamer May. The latter two I consider some of the worst skins of the past, but they are far from terrible. At the very least, both skins still have really nice sets with their gliders and everything else. Our last two original skins are Lieutenant Ripslide, one of the most interesting skins of the entire chapter, and Onyx Winter, the sleek simple skin this time around. And finally, to wrap up this battle pass, we have why the Power Rangers here. I mean, yeah, cool, who doesn't love the Power Rangers? But also, why are they here? I mean, they're here apparently to help stop the invasion, and that's kind of it. And yes, I'm saying the same thing about the Megazord. I mean, yeah, they're still good skins, don't get me wrong, but I mean, there's probably some better spot they could have had. Overall, the Battle Pass is fairly solid. No skins are actually bad quality or straight up hideous like last season. Looking at you, Ziggy. They're just skins I wouldn't really use or aren't really my thing. That doesn't disregard the quality of them in any way, because they're all fantastic. So overall, I'll say, fantastic skins, just not for me. Oh god, this map is ugly. We've had 4 brand new POIs and 2 dramatically changed this season. For changed POIs, there's Demon's Debris, which is just Demon's Domain after the event. Honestly, it's not horrible. I thought I would really dislike it, but surprisingly the big temple in the middle really does not take away that much. I don't know what it is, maybe I just prefer it when it's more open. And then there's Dystopia City. I swear this place has some kind of personality disorder. This is still the best iteration of this space yet. There's so much more loot and space to fight, it doesn't feel anywhere near as cramped as it did before. And having the boss spawn here or demons is a nice touch. It actually gives you a reason to go to either POI, and it's great. As for brand new POIs, the Hive is easily the most predominant of them, and I'm all for it. Such a huge space for its boss, looting, and so many different entrances and exits. Now don't get me wrong, that's not to put down Rangers and Swarmy though, which are also great. They're just not as memorable. But then there's OXR HQ, probably the most unique out of the new POIs. Think this. Remember the black markets from Season 2? Yeah, just make that into an entire POI. And there you go. Point is, every new POI has something going for it, and every single one of them have a reason to let you go there. OXR's market, the Hive's boss, Swarmy's something. In terms of non-POI based map changes, there's those weird, like, bug spawners or something. I don't know, there's some, like, crevices that kind of spawn around the main POIs. They're alright, I guess. There's all the other random things, like, for example, there's, like, these encampments around the map. They're basically just a guaranteed drop for an OXR chest and nothing else, really. Also, for some reason, capture points are back. They certainly exist. Why are they back? I don't know. We don't need to know that. Okay, so you guys remember how this is a season about bugs, yeah? Right, well, the bugs are gone. Like, they're straight up just gone. 4 new POIs, missing all the bugs. What the fuck happened? Honestly, I'm a big fan of these POIs. They're really nice, even without the bugs. The nice green is so much better than that funky ass blue that we had everywhere. Okay, and the entire map just changed again in like 2 weeks. What the fuck is going on? I don't know what Epic is smoking to make all these great map changes, but fucking hell, I want some. 5, yeah, again, 5 more new POIs, and just like the rest of this goddamn season, all of them are pretty good. I mean, Freaky Fields is back. It's gotta be pretty good, right? 14 new POIs in one fucking season. What? Overall, the map this season has been amazing. An absolute humongous amount of new additions that feel right at home on the island. After all, who doesn't love a Viney shaft? Oh god, this was an absolute clusterfuck of a loot pool. Now, I'm not saying this loot pool was bad. If anything, I actually loved it. It's just really all over the place. Now, if I try and go into depth on every single weapon here, I'm going to be here literally all day. So, I'm just going to give a quick overview on all the basic weapons here. Okay. ARs with the OXR Rifle, Fury, Hollow, MK7, Hammer AR, and the Spy Rifle for like 5 minutes for some reason. Shotguns is the Pump, Sentinel, Sweeper, Twinfire Rocket, and the Front of the Auto. SMGs is the Velp Precision SMG and the Stinger SMG. We had one sniper being the Falcon Eye Sniper, 2 pistols being the Hyperburst and the hand cannon, and finally some fuck-off massive minigun. The Wrecker fits into all of these categories. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore this loot pool, but oh my god, it can be brutal. Off-spawn fights are the make or break your game. Your loot will either be the equivalent of pure shit or set down by Jesus Christ himself. And yes, there is no in-between. However, there's still a massive list of random, weird, other cool items and weapons from the season which I want to go over real quick. So, let's have a look. I'm going to start with a Bug Blaster, which is practically just a grenade launcher on crutches. There is the Swarm Strike RPG, which was an absolute menace at the start of the season, and was to an extent throughout the entirety of the rest of the season. It stayed to be very strong against cars, and while the damage was decreased against players, it still did an absolute ton. The airstrike was cool, but in all honesty was kinda useless. I mean, the thing was way too slow to actually hit anyone. And also, Epic made one of the best fucking goddamn upgrades they've made ever, and I'm calling it an upgrade because they finally removed medallions. Medallions have been an absolute nightmare since their introduction back in Chapter 5. No more extremely overpowered drop spots. That's right, fuck you, Grimgate. Random other items have been brought back in the meanwhile. Things like the Shockwave Hammer and the Grenade Launcher, which were quickly vaulted pretty early on. For mobility, this season had plenty, but mostly group-based. The Choppers were given a new skin for this season, and yeah, they've been pretty fun. If you were stuck playing solos this season going against this thing, I'm sorry for you. There was also a bunch of random other mythics unvaulted for reaching S+ rank, these being the Overclocked Pulse Rifle, Enhanced Havoc Shotgun, and the Enhanced Assault Rifle, which is literally just Sky's AR with a different name. And finally, just like pretty much every other season this chapter, too many fucking exotics to name. I did like the Double Trouble though. That one was pretty cool. And that about does it for the loot pool. It's been a huge variety in weapons, and I think it's the best loot pool we've had across the whole chapter. There's something for every playstyle, and I love it. Want long ranged only? Falcon Eye MK7 and a revolver. Maybe a bit more versatile? Fury and a Sentinel, with maybe some shockwaves. You get the idea. Wait, shit, sorry, this is future me. I kind of forgot one weapon. Yeah, that Power Rangers pistol thing. I never actually used it, but I thought I'd mention it, because it was a collab thing, and it was part of, like, the loot pool for, like, half of the season. Oh my god, the rest of the season has been so good. I wonder how everything else has been. Fuck the story, though. That shit does not count.
The holographic protocol! Wait, what the...
The story has been weird this season. For a quick recap, after the Super Showdown event, the Bugs have invaded the island, and Extermination Forces created them to stop the invasion, dubbed OXR, after teaming up with the Power Rangers for some reason. We take down the Queen and the Bugs retreat, or so we thought. False victory, who would have fucking guessed that? And that's pretty much the entire story. The story has been really lacking this time, and it's such a shame because last season's story was so good. For lack of better words, it just feels generic. Like Fortnite really just said, invasion? Boo. Help us, new collab, we need to save the day. And also be like 20 million V-Bucks in the shop, please. It's been so weird as well because there's so many things which they could have made really interesting. I mean, it's clear that Lieutenant Ripside is Battlehawk from Season 4, and they just didn't do anything with that. Like, what do you mean that characters from back then are now coming into the modern storyline? But then they didn't do anything with it. And it really just sucks because I know for a fact if OG and Battle Royale storylines crossed over, that would be amazing. Speaking of OG, the other modes have been receiving a ton of love this season as well, and honestly, every single game mode has been amazing. For starters, Fortnite OG has had Season 5 and the first half of Season 6. Yeah, I didn't watch the Kevin event, and yes, I'm still pissed about it. While both seasons launched to a very rough start, being incredibly buggy and inaccurate, it's still been really fun to play. Reload has had a brand new map, and I've been loving it. The new POIs have been amazing to explore, and the current loot pool has been fairly solid. Talking about Ballistic tickles me in a way like literally nothing else does. We finally have a second map finished, and oh my god, Hammerfall is gorgeous. The visuals and textures are absolutely stunning, and they're unlike anything else. Blitz has pretty much become Chapter 4 2.0, and LEGO Fortnite is still 6 foot under. Festival has had 2 new seasons, one being Gorillas and another new original season being dubbed Mixtape. I mean, neither of them were good, but hey, I've seen worse. Moving on, just to ask, what the fuck was this Daft Punk thing? Sure, it was a tribute, but the gameplay was bizarre. It was like 6 different unique games, and they all did something different. There was no real rhyme or reason to anything. Like, why the fuck did we turn into Legos at one point? What was the point of that? The one thing this event had going for it, though, was the visuals. Visuals were absolutely stunning in this event, and there is literally no other game that rivals this in Fortnite. It was absolutely astonishing to see. And finally, to wrap this off, it's time to talk about the LTMs. Can you tell which one we're talking about first? I really don't understand what the problem is with Demon Rush. The game is literally just Horde Rush again, but with a different coat of paint. The only different thing about this and every other version of Horde Rush is the music and some of the mythics. And if you're that bothered by the music, you can literally just turn it off. Like, it's not that difficult. The actual gameplay for it is pretty simple, though. It's just the usual Horde Rush we all know and love. And then there's our final mode of the season, Delulu. What an insane game mode. Absolutely ruining someone's day on this was the best thing ever, and I've always absolutely loved it. I've had fun with so many random, unique people in this game mode just because they thought, oh yeah, this would be a great idea. It was not a good idea, but it was still fun. And making it a weekend exclusive mode was a great addition. It makes every single game feel so much more impactful. Now, this is the part when talking about Delulu where I'd ask for people to calm down, and just chill it with their language and stop with all the slurs. But you know for a fact this is the Fortnite community, none of them motherfuckers are listening to that shit. And there we are, it's time to start talking about the events, and oh my god, there was just a couple of them. I really can't wait to talk about the rest of these, and I don't really know how to do a transition here, and I'm just really bad at this. Oh my fucking god. The events this season were amazing. To start with the mid-season event, there was the Megazord events. I mean, yeah, playing and seeing the Megazord in-game was really cool, but we've literally seen this thing and play with it pretty much 4 times already. We've had it every single season this chapter, and it's getting repetitive. Fortnite, please do not reuse any ideas this much next chapter. And then there was the big event this time around. Of course, that was Fortnitemares. I really didn't think they could top last year's event, but somehow they did it, and it's been an absolute blast all the way through. K-pop Demon Hunters, Ghostface, Scooby-Doo, Poppy Playtime, The Black Phone, The Terrifier, and Repo, for God's sake. The lineup this year has been insane, all hosted by our star Doja Cat. I don't really know why she was here, but I know she likes Fortnite, so that will do. The usual items have returned once again, but now worse? Yep, you heard me. The chainsaw now has durability, and for some reason, the Witch's Broom only has 5 uses in the Mythic one. But for some reason in Reload, the purple one is still there and has 20 uses. Can someone explain to me how the Epic one is actually better than the Mythic? I really don't get that. They're definitely harsh changes, but they weren't complete killers. I mean, if it makes anyone feel better, the Woodstake is back, and it's just as terrible as it's always been. And finally, to wrap off this season, there is the Story Live event. I have absolutely no idea what's happening because the leaks have been, quite frankly, confusing. So all I can say about this event is, please be good. I'm absolutely stunned. No way did I expect to enjoy this season so much. The content has been incredible. Every update, every game mode has been amazing. The battle pass is great quality, and rocket racing is dead in the ground as it always should be. I feel like Epic are way closer to being back on track from where they were before, and honestly, I'm really excited to see where the future of this game is. This Takes the Cake is my favourite season of the chapter, and I pray the Simpsons season is half decent at least. And so with that, thank you to all of you for watching every one of these throughout the chapter, and I will see you all in the Simpsons season.